Hey guys, welcome to a new demo. Today I'm going to be talking about taking an image and prepping it so that we can use it somewhere else. So today we're going to be using generative fill to remove watermarks and then to build in the lower part of this image. So we'll be doing some specific selecting, and then we'll also be changing the canvas size and then filling it with an image that isn't really there. So we're basically going to build the floor out with more wooden floor. So the first thing I'm going to do is we've got this iStock credit monkey business watermark. Typically, stock photography websites will put these watermarks on here so that you can actually use it commercially. But with AI generative tech now, we can actually remove watermarks pretty successfully. So I'm using Alt and I'm zooming in. You'll notice that this photo isn't very high resolution though, so you can start to see the pixels showing up. So that's another way too that they just keep you from using their images to actually make money. If you want to use stock photography, you actually have to buy the photo. If the photo has any licensing agreements, you may actually have to pay royalties for that photo for a number of years or for as long as you use it. So I just used my rectangular marquee tool. I selected it. Then you can see the generative text shows up, and then I can just type in remove. And then just let the AI repaint that watermark with what it thinks the image should be made up of. Again, like with any situation with the generative fill, you're going to get three options. Always choose the best one. That looks pretty good. If I select the other two, that looks pretty good too. I mean, I don't really, maybe this one's better because it kind of has that shadow area that's not there. So this one kind of creates the chair. So it's really up to you. I don't think that one's bad. That one's not bad either. So I'm just going to select that one. Space bar, I'm going to move over here. I see this little wall plug as well. I'm just going to use my rectangular marquee tool and again just do remove. Let it do its thing. The last thing I'll show you is we used our healing tools before to end up kind of cleaning up parts of our image with the people with acne. So in the same way here, I'm going to use my remove tool here, and this again is very similar to using the generative fill, but in this case it's just applied to an actual tool. So again, I can just paint over that area. It'll go a lot faster than typing in remove, and so sometimes that might be a good way to go about this as well. So I'll zoom out. We can see we've removed our watermark. Now because we're the purpose of this will be to cut out this guy and put him into another photo. You can notice the bottom of the chair, it's missing a wheel, and so I want to increase the size of the canvas and then have generative fill rebuild that wheel. So first thing I'll do is I'll go up to the menu bar, image, and then canvas size, and you'll notice we get some a dialog box here that gives us some information. I like to change pixels to inches just because I understand inches as units of measurement a little better. And if you look in this little kind of array of arrows, I'm going to click the topmost arrow. So if I add space to the canvas, you can see all the arrows that are all pointing down. So I'm going to add in a lower direction to the canvas. And I want to change the height. So I'm going to change 2.273, which is a little bit more than 2¼ inches, to let's do 2.5. So 2.5. It's going to go down in that direction. And I'm just going to hit OK. So you can see I just added this little section below the lower section of the photo. I can then just take my selection tool again and just click and drag a rectangular marquee tool over that. I can use my arrows on my keyboard to nudge it up and down just so I don't cut off too much. And then again, using the generative fill, I can just say I don't even need to type something. I can just hit generate, and the AI is just going to say okay, based off what I see in this photo, what can I put down here? So we'll wait for that to keep going. And there we go. So we've got a rebuilt kind of like caster on the bottom of the chair. I can check my other options. Maybe that one's a little bit better. I kind of like the middle one best. And then I'm going to teach you this new keyboard shortcut. So Shift, Control, Alt, E. And if you notice, what ends up happening in the layers palette is there's a new layer right here. And it basically took all the visible layers and it condensed them all into one. And so if I click and toggle all those other layers off, you can see like I've just got one layer now, and it's condensed everything into that one layer. So all of the generative fill, the remove, and the background image are put into one. So that's where we're going to stop today with this demo. Again, download this image, remove the 2 watermarks, and then change the canvas size, and then kind of fill in the lower part of the canvas with floor. And then we'll save it.